What's good, evolutionaries? You're plugged into Evolution Essay, the one space where we don't just decode the news, we question it, we challenge it, and we do it with no filter. I'm your host Dominic The Poet, and today we're about to dissect a plan so massive it's got 100 billion rand written on it. They say it's meant to change our lives. They say it's meant for the youth, for black empowerment, for the hustlers in the township, and those grinding in rural areas. But today, we ask, is this a revolution, or just another rerun of broken promises, dressed up in corporate suits and committee meetings? Let's talk about the Transformation Fund. So here's the setup. The Department of Trade, Industry and Competition, that's the DTIC, recently released a concept paper proposing a transformation fund worth 100 billion rand. The purpose? To fast-track inclusive growth, reduce inequality, and empower black-owned businesses, women, youth, and people living with disabilities. The government says it's not just about throwing money around. It's about mentorship, market access, funding, and opening doors to real ownership and economic participation. Now, let's not lie. The vision sounds great, but as of Q1 2025, exactly 62.4% of young people aged 15 to 24 are unemployed. Township economies are suffocating. Entrepreneurship is alive in spirit, but dead in structure. So on paper, this fund looks like the medicine we've been begging for. But let's dig deeper. Let's start with this. No money has hit the streets yet. This thing is still in concept phase. Public comments closed as of May 28, quietly, like a whisper during load shedding. So the big question is, why wasn't this broadcasted loudly enough to the youth? Why wasn't this fund on TikTok, Twitter, Instagram, campus group chats, billboards outside, and gusty radio stations? The Center for Development and Enterprise, CDE, led by Anne Bernstein, a respected economic policy analyst, slammed the proposal. She called it, and I open quote, a lose-lose situation, close quote. Her team say, open quote, this fund wrongly assumes that lack of money is the problem, when the real problem is lack of access, infrastructure, skills and markets. Pouring billions into a leaking pipe doesn't fix the leak, it just wastes more water. Close quote. Even Toby Chance from the Democratic Alliance, DA, who ironically is part of the Government of National Unity, this so-called team of rivals coming together, says the whole thing is unilateral. According to him, Minister Park's cow dropped this bomb without full cabinet backing. So, how is this a government of unity if even its members are saying, hey, we weren't included? Sakaliga, a business rights group, says this one could easily turn into an extortion racket, and Crutham, a top research firm, warned that government is more interested in counting how much is spent than how many lives actually change. Now, let's keep it 100. I am no politician. I'm just a young South African activist just like you. And this is me speaking with no filter. Now, they're saying that they're going to be including a 9-member oversight board. Some from the public sector and some from the private. Sounds clean, right? But this is the same government that has fumbled billions in NS5, CETAs, ESCOM, and even COVID funds. And now we must believe that this time they'll get it right. This isn't the first initiative that has been put in place. We already had CETAs, Sector Education and Training Authorities, the National Youth Development Agency, also known as NYDA, and Small Enterprise Finance Agencies, or SEFA. But let's be honest, these programs already face heavy criticism for poor oversight, political appointment, and slow disbursement. So, real talk. How will this new fund be any different? Show us the change in structure, not just fancy rebranding. Yes. Sorry. Historic injustice must be addressed. But when DA says this fund should target the poor, not just the black, I understand the point. And this is coming highly from a black person, by the way. Because poverty knows no color. Poverty does not discriminate. I mean, let's look at the poor families, the poor colored families in the Cape Flat, the poor white people in Mpumalanga. We want economic justice, not political optics. But hear me clearly, I am not beefing with this fund. I want it to work. We just want proof, process and participation. And if this is your first time here, welcome to Evolution SA. This isn't just a podcast, it's a youth movement. We're here to dissect what matters. No fluff, no waffling, no filter, no fake news. We empower, we educate, we expose. Because what affects our future should never be decided without our voice. Here, you don't just listen, you lead. Join the movement. Follow us, share this, drop a comment, let's turn talk into transformation. Back to the Transformation Fund and GNU. That's the Government of National Unity. It includes the ANC, the DA, and the IFP, and others. The idea? Work together, despite differences, to rebuild South Africa. But if DA members are out here calling out Minister Park's cows for acting alone, how united are they really? If you're promising 100 billion rand and even your own political allies feel excluded, how can we, the public, feel included? Where's the transparency? Where's the unity? Where's the clarity? Now let's flip the script. Even though public comments are closed, we are not. Let's start healthy conversations using the hashtag EvolutionSA. Let's turn this into a positive trend. Let's turn this into a new way. Flood the media with respectful, informed questions like, for example, where will this money go? When is it going to start flowing? How will the progress be measured? Jobs, skills, real businesses? And who's going to be on that oversight board? And how are youth voices guaranteed a seat at that table? And yes, you can legally demand information through PAIA, also known as the Promotion of Access of Information Act. And you are also protected by Section 16 of the Constitution of the Republic of South Africa, which guarantees your right to freedom of expression and access to information, as long as there's no hate speech or incitement. And, guys, hear me correctly, I'm not inciting any chaos. We are not calling for chaos. We are just calling for clarity. We are not calling for riots. We're calling for results. We are not calling for inciting violence. We just want visibility. This is our movement. This is our movement. This is our evolution essay. Our parents had June 16, 1976. We've got it right now. Let's use our tools, online healthy petitions, hashtags, platforms, and each other. And that's a wrap for this episode of Evolution SA, but trust, this is just the beginning. So subscribe, follow, and use that hashtag, Evolution SA. The name's Dominic The Poet, and I will see you in the comments, trends, and timeline. Peace and love. Let's evolve together.